That's a nice little gun.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the bench. So today we're going to talk about the Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kit. Now, I did already install this. I kind of tested out everything, and it feels so much better than the standard Glock Upper Parts Kit. Now, I did get this Glock Upper Parts Kit over at Brownells. Thank you to them, but I just don't love it. It's not like I'm not a big fan of it. It costs $70, and you get kind of just mediocre stuff. Where I went over to Primary Arms today, and I picked up this Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kit for my Glock 17 build that I'm working on. I'm trying to actually rework on this build specifically because Brownells decided to send out the SCT-17 frame. I like this frame so far. I don't know if I'm going to love it. I'm just telling you guys so far I like it. I need to put more rounds through it. I think it's going to be a pretty cool setup. I decided I needed to get a different upper parts kit. I didn't love the trigger pull on that. It's real stiff. It gets to the point where it's at the end and you have like a really crappy trigger pull. Plus, I am going to kind of run this 17 build kind of up against my other, I have a Zev OZ9. That trigger is a hell of a lot nicer than anything I've been able to get with a stock parts kit. Now, granted, this does have a Zev upper parts kit in here. It is fantastic. It does have their duty spring in there. It's just a really good trigger overall, and I like it. But I didn't want to have to go spend $200 to complete this upper receiver with a parts kit and all the other fun stuff. I think I will get the duty spring. I think I will go ahead and get the duty spring specifically for this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll figure it all out. Although, after installing it and kind of testing it out and doing some dry fires and doing a lot of other things, this upper parts kit here is really freaking good. You can immediately tell that you're getting a drastically different setup over just your standard Glock upper parts kit. You're obviously, if you're looking at a bunch of this stuff, you guys can see the color differences in the springs. Everything feels better. It just looks better. Overall, the tolerances are nicer. I mean, even their plungers here. I mean, the safety plungers, the drop safe stuff. I mean, these are just, when you polish stuff up, it gets way better. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this together. We're going to talk about this, and then hopefully you guys will see some range footage here pretty soon. All right, so the cool thing about this upper parts kit is it kind of smoothed out a ton of stuff. So with the old upper parts kit, it was very, very harsh and stiff right through here, whereas it's softened up a ton. Then you get to that wall, and that wall stays defined, and then you get a little creep afterwards. But I'm assuming when I shoot this, it should kind of clean up. And you guys will probably be seeing this video after I've shot it. So we will be doing an after first shots impressions with this upper parts kit and this entire build put together. But I have been enjoying this so far. I really, I really like the build. I like the SCT-17 frame over the 19 frame. I just had issues with the 19 frame that I have with every 19 I've ever really come across, and that's why I just didn't like it. I sold that gun, and it was annoying, and it wasn't my cup of tea. So now we have a cool 17 frame, and we'll do the Glock 17 build since we have the SCT-17, and I think it's something that a lot of people are going to really enjoy, especially with this frame. Because there are a ton of features in it, and if you haven't seen that, go check out my other video. I will keep you guys updated on how this frame is, and you guys should see some shooting video here pretty soon, and then we're going to come back for some afterthoughts.
Seven 794. 2006.
All right, everybody, welcome back from the range. So we do have the Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kit inside of here. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to kind of give you guys like an after range trigger report. The trigger is not terrible. It wasn't terrible before when we had the Zaffiri Precision Kit in, but it did tighten it up a little bit and got a little bit better. So if you we'll still have that wall right in here, and then we have a little bit of creep there, like it's like a false wall, and then it breaks, and it breaks like immediately. So it's really nice. And then with the reset, I've noticed the reset is very, it's like right there. So there was a really good, I would say, improvement in putting that upper parts kit in here. Now, I don't think it's going to beat out the Zev So as I said, we're going to make this go up against the Zev thing, but the Zev has a harsher wall, so it's harsher right in here, and then it kind of mushes down and it feels a little bit better, and then it breaks. It's just like the Apex trigger, and then the reset, it almost sucks the trigger back in, and then it pops the trigger out, and then it brings the trigger back in. It's a little bit different, but it works, and it works really well. So when it comes to this, I feel like you can get a really, really good Glock trigger. Now again, I'm not talking M&P 2.0 with the Apex trigger. That's a phenomenal trigger right there. But you get a really, really, really good Glock trigger that works really well, and you're able to get those fast follow-up shots. You're not getting a ton of movement. You're not doing a whole bunch of other stuff. You're just doing really, like you're polishing up everything, and I think that Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kit has definitely done that with this SCT-17 frame. So I'm going to continue to review this. I did put about 400 rounds through the 17 with the Brownell Slide, the Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kit, the Hollow Sun, the Apex trigger on the SCT frame. It's been very nice. I so far I like this. I think my future builds will definitely go to the Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kits. Specifically because over at Primary Arms, you can pick those up for relatively inexpensive. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I really think that you guys are amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough. If you guys want to support the channel, there's super thanks down below. You can become a member of the channel, and hopefully in the future, I will be able to throw you guys some really cool stuff in the future, especially like behind-the-scenes stuff if you're members and things like that. Maybe we can do meetups, so you guys can come out to range days with me and pick my brain or do whatever. I would like to be able to do that also, so if you guys ever want to do that, you're more than welcome. I'll always answer questions down in the comments below. I don't plan on being like one of those insane YouTubers who are going to be out here trying to capitalize on every dollar that you guys want to put out. I honestly think just being the genuine person that you should be, you guys can always just pick my brain and ask me questions down there. So ask away, ask questions about the build, ask questions about what you guys think. What other parts kits should I use? Should I just stick with Glock parts kits, or will you guys actually go and look at one of these Zaffiri Precision Upper Parts Kits that does clean up the trigger? What I would say is pretty significant over the stock Glock stuff. Now, granted, with enough rounds, everything's going to clean up, but it's cleaned up pretty well in these couple hundred rounds that we put through it yesterday. I think I put about 400 rounds. I ran Celeron Bellet 124 grain, Fiocchi Range Dynamics 115 grain, and then some Arms Core 124 grain and some Reman 115 grain that I get from Stanley Armory. So there will be a build list of everything and how much this whole thing costs, especially going through Brownells and using the code BOP10. I'll build out an entire thing with the slide setup and all the other fun stuff. So you guys can go take a look at that. I hope you guys really enjoy this. I think this is a very good, affordable Glock that you guys can build out at home. That's probably just a little bit better than your standard Glock that you're going to be able to pick up off the shelves, especially with all that stippling and all the other fun stuff. And that Zaffiri Precision Parts Kit is really good. So I'll tell you guys what I paid for it in the thing. You guys might have to spend a little bit more because I get a lot of my stuff through like military discounts because I get them where I can get discounts. So my list may not be like everything else. But thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, sticking around. I hope you guys enjoy the series. We're going to be doing a lot more with this and a lot of different cool things. So hope you guys stick around. Thank you guys. As always, be a hoodlum.